Hi everyone, welcome to a Greenleaf Terrain terrain showcase. I have a full table worth of Warmachine terrain. I know this is a lot of terrain for Warmachine, but this client had a decent budget and wanted a variety of terrain, so therefore they can play games like this, or they can play games with less terrain or more forest or just a city or whatever. Everything's modular, so you can pick and choose your pieces, or you can put them closer together or whatnot. So basically the set consists of the 5 buildings, 7 tree stands, 2 little scattered terrain pieces with my casted crates on them, 2 1-inch hills with rock outcroppings, the bridge, modular river system, little field guy, and these are 2 foot by 2 foot board tiles for the client. So that's pretty much all the pieces. There are 2 more tiles to make a 4x6 board for another set, and I'll show that set in another video. And other than that, I think we can jump the camera off the tripod again and zoom in for some closer looks. And the lighting isn't the greatest in here. This is kind of the only spot where I can deploy this big table, so lighting isn't the greatest, but I will be taking still pics and putting them up on my Facebook right after this. So we're just going to start in this corner here. I'll just talk about, you can see there's a seam. The seam is kind of almost impossible to hide. I was trying to do some different stuff. I hid the seam obviously by putting the river on top of it, so you can only see the one seam, so that's okay. But these are 1/2 inch foam sitting on 1/4 inch, 1/8 inch MDF, 2 by 2 foot again board tiles. And this is a 1-inch modular hill with some rock outcroppings. These are all casted rocks. And there are 7 of these generic forest tree stands. All the trees are removable. I don't really want to do it one-handed, because the best way to remove them free, don't like pull out the base. The bases are hot glued in there, so. But if you try to pull out the base without holding onto the little stem part down here, you might rip it out of the base, so gotta be cautious of that. But otherwise, all the tree stands have a variety of dead trees, deciduous and coniferous trees. Got different varieties of grass tufts and bushes. The Modular River is in 1 foot sections, has been all airbrushed up, and has a gloss medium on it. The bridge is modular again. It's just made out of pink foam. I put some feet on it for it's got a little bit more weight, and then it's all just trimmed up in some plastic card that's been hit with my little guy that makes rivets, so the rivets are everywhere. Again, there are 2 of these guys, just some scattered terrain, place some miniatures behind for some cover, and they just have a variety of the casted crates that I have patented by Greenleaf Terrain. Oh, so I'm skipping the buildings right now because they're kind of a little bit more to look at. So this is a little field to go beside like a house or something. Just got some little fence lines and some little rows of something. I think the actual thing was soybeans or something. They actually are for crop rows. And I guess we're on to some houses. So this little guy was kind of the idea for that field, so it's kind of like a little farmhouse, and I named it after the client's last name, so it's the Anthony's house. I hope the client isn't Oh no. You got the object source lighting on all the lights. All the windows and doors are, again, a mold that are casted in resin that I've created. And all the buildings are made with foam core, balsa wood, some have plastic card. All the lights are just little squares of plastic card that I've cut. And the object source lighting, the roof is done with cardstock. And I mostly airbrush everything up. I was doing this different type of hand painting for the wood on this one. It's kind of different. I'm not really sure if I'm going to do it ever again. It was quite time consuming because it was painting it brown and putting the two colors of this woodwork on there and then putting a wash on top. So yeah, a little bit too many steps. I'd rather dry brush it next time like I usually do. So I got some condemned signs, do not enter signs in this like burned out tower building. But there's lots of playability with this building. It's not just like these other buildings. It was a client request to have them like no interiors or anything. The roofs don't lift off, so they're just kind of blocks of terrain. They do block line of sight for war jacks and whatnot. And I tried to make some of them slightly taller. These two back buildings are taller because I know the meta has changed and there's colossals and whatnot in the game and the big gargantuans. So you could potentially hide one of them behind there if you want to hide them. I know not a lot of the game is about hiding in Warmachine, but whatever. Maybe make a different scenario or something. So this guy's just balsa wood and the foam core. It's been airbrushed up, and then I airbrushed on the burning. So back here we got I made this like a warehouse type building. So it doesn't really have like a sign or anything for what the building is called or anything. So it's just like a warehouse, and got some wanted posters that I found on the internet. And again, this one is actually built out of pink foam, the extruded polystyrene. And I think these are Pegasus Hobby Kit pieces that I've just cut up and used different varieties of them. And some plastic card piping that I've bent with heating it up with a heat gun and then just bending it. All the grime streaking is done with AK Interactive's grime streaking. And this guy is the little inn. So you got some crates in the back there, some vine work, a little back entrance door, some piping coming up the side there. I need to fix this shine. Some resin drip from a top level, so ignore that. Got this little hanging sign. The one side says Cobble Inn, and the other side says All Welcome. And it hangs on that little guy. You can actually take it off if you want to take it off for whatever reason. But he hangs so he can wave around like that. And I think I gotta go over to here, walk around a little bit to get this guy. This guy was the shipping co, so Grinding Gears Shipping Co. Bunch of gears and crates again. And just, I made a little platform here, and my idea was just give it a little bit different variety to not just a block building, plus this gives raised elevation in the game, so things plus defense if you elevated. I don't know if it has to be an inch or whatever. I think it's only 1/2 inch foam. So there's just generic Warmachine type posters around. There's some on other buildings. I don't know if I saw them or we saw them all. Only that one building has the wanted posters. Just some plastic mesh in that window, framed with some balsa wood. And pretty much all of the, yeah, you couldn't see the shine. So yeah, the rivers are all shiny, glossy. And I came in and airbrushed up some extra movement from, frothy movement from the rocky areas. And you can really see it. It looks pretty nice in this, I guess kind of like a fjord, or not a fjord. I can't remember the name. Just like a rock crossing in the river. So something else. You can't really place miniatures on here. Like, I would have had to like fill it with resin or something to make it nice, but whatever, it looks cool. You might be able to place miniatures there. They might just be kind of awkward. The rocks are sticking out a little bit, so whatever. It's not that much of a hindrance for the whole table. Overall, you have quite a few areas that you can place miniatures and be comfortable with it. So if you're interested in some custom terrain work from Greenleaf Terrain, you can email me at info@greenleafterrain.com and I will get back to you as soon as I can. We also take miniature painting commissions, and I can order your miniatures for you and get them painted up. So when they arrive, you can just put them on the battlefield. Just like when you get my terrain, it's ready for the battlefield. So again, it's info@greenleafterrain.com. Happy wargaming, and thanks for watching.